start again. It's a ranch thing.
Alright, so last year I took this out during the summertime, I think, and it was sputtering and it just didn't like the carb setup that was on there, so I swapped it out. If you guys watched the last video that I did with the Ruckus, you'll see the work that I put into getting it done. And also today, it's a really nice day today. So I'm going to try and take this out and see how it does on the straightaway. At wide open throttle with the other setup, it would backfire and it wouldn't get above a certain speed, and it just didn't like it at all. So hopefully this setup will be a little bit smoother. I mean, I'm not trying to break any records here. I'm just trying to get it to where it's running smooth. So later on, I'm going to take it out for a ride, see what it does. Well, I took it out for a ride, and it's still kind of sputtering and spitting, and I don't know. I just need to figure out what the heck is going on with this thing. But while I was driving it around, I hit a speed bump, and I thought I had scraped the kickstand, because that's one of the lowest spots of the Ruckus. But ended up that I hit the corner of this of the engine, and when I got back, I noticed there was oil kind of dripping through and kind of spattered throughout the tire and stuff. So just as a quick fix for now, I got some brake clean and sprayed off all the oil. It seems like if I tilt the bike this way, the oil kind of travels to the other side of the engine, and then I used the wire brush to clean it up really good, cleaned it again, and then I put some JB Weld on there for now. I'll probably go ahead and just clean it up really good after this sets later on, and use my aluminum welder to kind of build up this area, because during like hard cornering and stuff like that, it's kind of worn through the case right there, and so it's like eventually I guess it was going to happen. But when I parked it over here, it was dripping. Luckily enough, when I hit that speed bump, it was like later on during the ride, so it still had oil. It didn't kind of completely leak out, so that was a good thing, or else I would have ran dry and screwed up the engine. So this should be dry by now. I'm gonna go ahead and tilt it back this way and see if it leaks again. Hopefully that kind of takes care of that for now, because I didn't want to. I'm going to park it back in my shop. Like I said, I still need to figure out what the heck's going on. It's still, I mean, it goes faster for sure, way faster, but like even like when you first hit the throttle and then let go, it kind of sputters a little bit, like it wants to die, but it doesn't. And then like at wide open throttle, it kind of sputters a little bit and then starts moving faster. I don't know. I might try different jets again. Like I say, this is the first time I take it out after I've changed the carburetor. It's not popping and doing all that stuff that it did before, like I say, but it's sputtering a little bit, and hopefully if I get go one, size down on the jet, maybe that'll work. We'll see. Alright, so I got this thing on the table. I do have my, the motorcycle lift, but it's at home. And I don't have a lot of room here unless I clean up all this mess that's in the back, which I should probably do anyways. But anyways, last weekend I took out, as you just saw, the Ruckus, and I hit a huge speed bump. And first off, the first time I hit it, I kind of dented underneath here. And then I tried to go around the second one, but I clipped like right on the edge of the speed bump and ended up putting a nice little hole on the bottom of the engine. So I think what I want to do is go ahead and drain out the remaining oil and then use my aluminum welder and kind of build up this area right here. To fix it for now, I had just put some JB weld on there, and it sealed up that leak. It's not leaking anymore. But I don't want to keep it with the JB weld. I mean, it should work, but I'm going to make it a little nicer. I'll go ahead and build up this little area right here with some aluminum, and then just you know, shape it to where back to where it was. But first I got to drain this stuff. And I did check it, there was a little bit of oil left. But I haven't changed this oil. I mean, it's been years, so I figured I might as well do it, you know. So we'll let this drain out, and then I'll pull out my welder. So it had actually you know, quite a bit of oil still left in there. I mean, I didn't drive it a lot with it leaking. So luckily I had caught it in time, and I had actually made it home or back to the shop before it all leaked out, and then I would run the engine dry. So yeah, it still had quite a bit of oil inside the engine. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab angle grinder with some wire wheels, and I'm going to clean up this whole area right here. Yeah, I've never claimed to be the best aluminum welder, but I can blend like nobody's business. But anyways, that hole is filled. I'm trying just to clean up, you know, some of the area. Then I can't get in there, so I'm gonna sand it by hand just to get this contour nice and clean. I won't know if it's totally sealed until I fill it up with oil and run it for a while. But it looks like I got it. I can't really tell. I guess I probably need to clean it up a little bit more just to make sure that hole isn't there anymore. Alright, from this angle, it looks really good. From this angle, not so good. I got a lot of porosity down in this area, but I had to put it on thick to build it up. And I don't know, like I say, I don't have a lot of practice with this aluminum welder, but hopefully that'll seal up that hole that was right there. And I did build it up more along this area. So, I mean, I see a little tiny hole right there. I'm not sure if that's going to leak or not, but again, I can't tell until I put oil in this thing. I also want to make like a skid plate that goes underneath here. I was checking it out to see where I could actually bolt it on. It looks like I might be able to utilize these bolts right here and right there. I have an empty slot right there, and then on the other side there's another bolt up here up on the top somewhere that I can use. So I'm waiting for that stainless steel to come in. I ordered some 1/8 inch stainless, and I'm gonna make that skid plate out of this. I gotta go get some oil, fill it up, and then I'll run it for a while and see if it's gonna leak or not. Alright, so I got the oil in. I just use, where's the bottle? Where is the bottle? I don't know. Oh, here it is. I just use Ruckus synthetic oil inside this thing, and it took about 1.5 quarts, maybe a little over that much. And it doesn't see. I ran it for a while, so it's, yeah, it's not. It's warm. And I don't see, I mean, there's some dripping down at the bottom, but that was from me filling it up. But I don't see if it's dripping anywhere where the hole was. So that's a good thing. I cleaned it up just a little bit. I really need to wash it and detail it. I'm hoping to get it running right. Like I said, it was still popping and sputtering and stuff like that at wide open throttle, and you know, just cruising it's cool, but you know, you get above, I don't know, 45 miles per hour and it starts to act up. You might be wondering what all this crap I have on the table was. Well, I decided to do something while I had it on top of the table because it's just easier to get to. And way back, not long after I built this scooter, I had put some lighting underneath the seat and underneath, and it just kept on falling off, and the wiring looked ugly and whatnot. And so I decided to get some more of the LED lights that I found on eBay, and they're these little strips, and yeah, you buy 6 of them, and they're like self-adhesive. They have this stuff on here, and they're like $6, $7 for 6 of them or something like that. And I only used 2 of them because I already had 2 of them mounted under the seat right there, like under the seat pan, and then I had 2 mounted underneath right here on the frame. And so I redid that. I didn't show because it was just painstaking running all the wiring through and then putting on, you know, and knowing me with the wiring, if you see me do my car, I got a real stickler about doing wiring. So I put loom on everything, heat shrink hose on all the connections. I soldered everything, so it's nice and clean. Even though you can't see anything, it's still nice and clean. I think the only wire you can see is this one right here. But I got that in, and they turn on with, they're hooked up to the power on the inside with the key, and then you press this button, and you got lighting underneath here, and you got lighting underneath here, and it's a green. It kind of looks kind of pale on the camera, but it's actually green. So that way it kind of lights up all this stuff, all the dust and dirt. Really nice. That's why I got to clean it. But yeah, it looks really nice with all the wiring, with all the lighting, especially at night. It's gonna look really nice. And I'm hoping to take this out of town, not this weekend, but the following weekend, the 30th. It might be a couple of weeks, yeah. 30th of April, they have a Cars and Coffee in Albuquerque, which is about 2.5 hours away from me. And I did take this, was it last year or the year before? No, I think it was last year. I took it and just took it to the car meet, or the meet, and just kind of parked it there, and I didn't drive it around or nothing like that. But they moved the car meet. They moved the car meet this year because some guys were like tearing up the place, and there was like a guy that wrecked and almost killed somebody and whatnot. So they moved it to another place, and so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take the Ruckus and just kind of just ride it around. It's in a mall, so I'll be able to kind of cruise it around a bit and stuff like that. And yeah, so hopefully I can figure out what is up with this particular setup. Like I don't know if you've seen the video last year or last fall. I replaced the carb. Thought it was going to be running good until I took it for a ride that day, and I made the hole in the oil pan. And it just wasn't running right still, so I still got to figure out what the heck's going on. I'm not good at tuning at all. Even with my car, I'm not good at tuning it at all. I'm gonna have to take it to get tuned, and I might end up having to take this to get tuned as well, because like I say, I'm not really good at it all. But yeah, that's it for now, guys. Hopefully you guys like the way it turned out. I did, and I'm gonna drive it around a little bit around town, not far, but just around, just to see if the pan is going to be leaking anymore. And then yeah, get ready for the 30th. But yeah, give a thumbs up if you like the video, guys. Let me know what you think. Comment below what you think I might need to do to make this scooter run better, as far as tuning goes. And let's see if I can get it done. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.